Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to another weekly reading vlog, or welcome to hell. I have spent the best part of today trying to get last week's weekly reading vlog to load. I'm actually still in my pajamas. I edited it all yesterday like I would normally do, and anytime I tried to export it, it just crashed. So I thought I would retry it today. I started about 10 this morning and then I had to just redo it from scratch, and literally every time I try and export it, it just goes into not responding mode. At one point it completely closed in itself. It is now 3:52 in the afternoon. I have just finished reading. I did an hour's reading of City of Glass. I'm gonna give it one more shot. Decided I'm gonna torture myself one more time, and then if that doesn't work, then I'm scrapping it completely and I will check in and just do like a quick summary of what happened last week, because I had quite a lot of updates and there was also lots of crying involved, so we'll see. So City of Glass, I don't want to jinx this, so I'm gonna whisper I think I like this book. I'm about a third of the way in, and honest to God, I think I like this book. This might be the one. I said before that I was hoping that this could be the one that would start to change things for me. I know Beth and Alice have both said that the next 3 books in this series are a lot better, but I've just been really hoping that at least this one would be better than the previous 2. I'm actually sitting here and I'm enjoying it. I'm not like sat here rolling my eyes. My biggest problem is still definitely Clary. Jace has annoyed me way less. In fact, I really don't have an issue with Jace right now. I said in my previous vlog, which you may or may not actually get to see, that not having Clary around both Jace and Simon has made a massive difference, because they just always end up bickering. Yes, I know it is Jace's nature to just be snarky, make comments, because, you know, he doesn't want people to see that, you know, he has feelings and he's dying inside, and that's fine. But it just feels like just not having her there has made some massive developments and changes just to the story itself. However, she's making dumb decisions. She should be that typical heroine or whatever who discovers this massive thing about herself and then enters into this shadow hunter world, and, you know, instead of freaking out, she just takes in her stride, she looks to the bigger picture and she just keeps going forward. And yeah, that's what she should be, and that's kind of like almost the outline of her. But unfortunately, she is just, I have nothing wrong with a headstrong woman, like legit. I read books that are all about feisty and strong, independent, like a lot of the books I read right now, they're all female led, like, and they're saving the world. But in Clary's case, it's almost like she's too headstrong. She just rushes into things without thinking. She just does things without thinking, and because she is such a stranger to this world, she has no idea of the consequences of what she does. And yes, the Shadowhunter way of doing things is a little bit you know, the way they have their upbringing and the way they're taught to think and their actions, especially towards downworlders, isn't great. But she just doesn't understand the repercussions of what she's doing, and in this case, Jace has a reason for not wanting her to go to Idris. And again, it comes down to there should just be a talk between them. I think that's what just needs to happen, where he needs to explain, look, this is the reason why I don't think you should come. Yes, I know you want to save your mother, that's fine, maybe there's another way, but that just doesn't happen. And I've just had a scene where he is literally just screamed at her all the points I have just said, that she is just a useless mess and has somehow not managed to get anyone killed. So part of me was like, yes, Jace, yes, because it was everything I was feeling. But he does the hurt people, push them away thing, but in the hopes of like helping and saving a person. So I'm currently on page 165 of I think it's 490 something. So yeah, I'm about a third of the way in, but I am actually enjoying it, and I never thought I would say that. So yeah, my aim for the end of this week was to get as close as I could to the halfway mark. I mean, I doubt I'll do it, but I will have at least gotten quite close. I haven't really been reading that much anyway over the weekends. Before, when I've been reading this, it's definitely been I don't think I want to do this, whereas now I'm like, okay, I'm actually enjoying it. So when I return to work, spoiler, I'm going back to work. In case I can't get last week's video to work, I should be able to be close to finishing it next week. No updates on Heroes with Stephen Fry's book, just because I haven't really been going out on my walk, so I haven't really been getting ready to go out. And again, like I said in last week's video, I'll make more progression with that book once I return to work and I'm getting ready in the mornings again. So yeah, we're gonna give it one last try, but I've essentially wasted most of my day today trying to make it work. I don't know why I'm bothering. had my first day at work, and oh my god, my legs are so sore, my feet are killing me. It is so ridiculously hot. I'm dreading walking to work tomorrow because it's gonna be so painful. So painful. Oh my god, it's gonna be awful. I have discovered though I get 2 breaks. I get half an hour and I also get an hour for lunch. So I'm kind of hoping I can make a really good dent in City of Glass. I did want to sort of talk and do an update of City of Glass, but right now there is nothing in my brain. It is just fried. I am so tired. I can't focus at all. What I will say is I think this is the book. I think we have made some progress. I am halfway through. I managed to get a good chunk of reading done over the weekend. Mum was sewing, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit here and read until she's done and then we can watch something together. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. And do you know what I think it is? I think I've kind of suddenly realised Clary isn't the main focus of this book. We've had a lot more point of views from Simon. Even Jace isn't annoying me. Like, when did this happen? I feel like because Clary's not around, before a problem was that whenever Clary, Jace and Simon were together, regardless as to whether Alec and Isabel were there, it was just, everything was just annoying. It's almost like Jace dialed it up a notch and was acting out even more, so they were always bickering. But right now there's just been a lot of just Jace and Simon, and yes, there is obviously still that whatever there is between them, but there just seems like he has a little bit more respect for Simon. Okay, respect could be the wrong word, maybe tolerance, I don't know, but they just seem, it's that amicable, we don't like each other, we like Clary, however we will, you know, unite together. So yeah, I mean, I would love to have them two come out as like best buddies from this, but I'm just really surprised how much better this book is compared to the first two and how much I'm enjoying this. I thought maybe I'd have a book where I thought, oh, okay, you know what, that was better than the last one, but this one just seems like so much better. I think I need to look to see like what the year difference was between them, because it just almost feels like such a complete U-turn in writing style, in character style. It just seems so different. It's actually mind-blowing. It is just completely different book. So I've got 2 more days of work until this video will be ending, so by then I'm hoping to be really close to the end. I only read on my tea break today because at lunch I was sort of just chatting with Paula and Beth. Paula's the other lady I'll be working with. We were just chatting about, you know, how things have been working in my store and the differences and how they've been doing and whatnot, and I'm kind of hoping that going forward I will just be able to sit and just read. But yeah, I'm really hoping that by Wednesday I will be so much closer to finishing. That will be amazing. But yeah, part of me keeps waiting for the moment I'm gonna get disappointed by this book and be like, right, there it is. But I'm now halfway and that hasn't happened yet, and I'm getting really not suspicious, but I'm just like, oh my god, maybe I'm gonna make it to the end and it's gonna be good. We'll see. Come Wednesday, we will see. So you may have noticed that I haven't uploaded this on my normal day. I came home on Wednesday and to be honest, I was dying. I am not gonna beat about the bush with this. I was just so tired. My legs were hurting, my feet were just in absolute agony. I had blisters and I'm just so tired. It is, yeah, killing me slowly. So I just decided to just do 1 video a week. It's just, I just don't have it in me to just sit there on Wednesday and just do it. So yes, this weekly reading vlog will be appearing on Monday instead. Not sure what will happen afterwards. I don't really know. I should be going back to my store, but we will see. So I thought I'm checking because I haven't really been reading that much of City of Glass, which has really been annoying me because it is just, I think we've broken the curse here. I'm just not getting to be able to read as much, and I'm so disappointed because, you know, I have 2 breaks instead of the 1, and I was really hoping that I would just make some great headway with this. But, you know, people keep talking to me and chatting to me and asking how, you know, things are in my store. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. I've really not made that much like of a dent in it. I'm really disappointed. I was hoping that I would be nearing the finish line by this time. I am gonna spend some time now just sort of sitting down, just plowing through some and just trying. Obviously I'm not gonna be able to make up what I would have been able to read, but I'm just gonna sit back and read, and then I will check in with you and wrap this up properly. So I've just read another about 50 pages I think, and I'm probably got less than a third to go. So I was actually further into this than I actually thought. It is good. It is finally good. I've been walking to work with Beth most days whilst I'm at her store, and I've been chatting to her about this, and I was saying that I'm just at a point where whilst I'm reading this I'm constantly thinking any minute now it's gonna fuck up. Any minute now, just something's gonna go wrong and I'm gonna be like, yeah, here we go. The difference in writing is just unbelievable. I have no words. It is like a different author is writing this. Beth was saying that in between the second book and this one, she had then started working on the Infernal Devices, and I was sort of asking her, you know, is that an older cast of characters? And she said although they are a little bit older, only by a couple of years, there are more adults present. So it could be that maybe is affecting the writing and that it's just a more adult way about it. I don't know, but it is just so bizarre how just different this book is, and it is such a shame because this is what the first two books should have been. Actually interesting, actually a story, none of this annoying teenage just bullshit and attitude. This is what I have been waiting for. We were sort of talking about it, and because I had decided to read this because of her sister, the way that I'm reading it, whereas Beth decided to go prequels and then this, so I've like done it the opposite way, only I'm gonna break this into the two trilogies. And she said, you know, she read the Infernal Devices and she was like, oh my god, like this is so good. And part of me is now, having read these so far, I am now very much not regretting my choice, because I think if I had read these prequels first and really enjoyed them as much as I'm kind of hoping and as much as Beth thinks I probably will, I would then come to this series and think, oh my god, what the hell happened? Like, and I'd have to think, okay, well, she did write the first two before these. However, thank God I am as stubborn as I am, because if I'd have given up after the first two, I may not have known the glory that could potentially coming. I mean, I've still got some book to finish, so, you know, let's not count our chickens here. It could go horribly wrong. But I have just read not a big chapter, but it was a very information and backstory dense chapter, which, I mean, I live for. So there were, you know, plot reveals kind of, and well, like background plot reveals and character plot reveals. And had I have been so invested in this series, if I had really loved the first two books, those plot reveals would have meant so much more to me. However, I did guess what they were. The inclusion of another character has had me sort of guessing a lot of things. I've been quite fortunate that I have stayed clear of anything Shadowhunter boiler related, so I am pretty oblivious to a lot of stuff. I have guessed a lot of stuff because it just seems like an obvious thing. So yeah, I guessed some of the relationships in this. I kind of guessed where this was going. I think it is unfortunate. This is really hard to do. When I do my book review, I will explain this better, but there has been a reveal in this about who people are and stuff and relations, and I preferred the initial beginning plot twist of this is really hard to do. Yeah, a big like revelation was made in the first book about two characters, and I was like, yeah, I love this. I'm only saying this in case you haven't like read these yet. If you've read these, then you'll know who I'm talking about, or if you've watched the series and you haven't read the books, that you'll know who I'm talking about. But you know, in the spirit of not being a dick, yeah, something is revealed about two characters, and I said before that, you know, even though I knew it because I'd watched the series, reading it was still good. And obviously, had I come into this into a complete noob or read this as a teen, I would have been like, damn! Even though I hated everyone, the end of that book was pretty good, and I would have been like, holy shit. And so I'm disappointed that it's gone this way with the two of them, because I think that was such a ballsy move. To then go back on it is kind of like, But again, I will discuss in my book review, because I can't say what it is if you haven't read it, and I don't want to be that person. So I'm now just going to take off my makeup and just unwind for the evening, and I will read as much more as I can until dinner. I cannot get over the glow up of this book. I can't. I mean, from the beginning it's been good. That's the scary thing. There's been no kind of like beginning where I'm thinking, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to get to the newer books? There was none of that. There was none of that like inkling of, oh, this is probably a bad, just what are you doing? Maybe I'm just regretting everything. From the get-go, this book has had me thinking, okay, and it's kind of had me on my toes, and I've been a bit like really suspicious so suspicious. I don't get what happened to Cassie Clare, and to be honest, I don't care. I don't know if she took a writing class. I don't know if someone shook her and said stop it. I don't know what happened, but all I can say is I love it and I condone it. Maybe she went to the crossroads and made a deal with the devil. I don't know. This book is witchcraft. It is almost like the first two books. The first two books should have been one book, and then it would have felt like a lot more stuff happened, but whatever. I am kinda in love with this book. Don't get me wrong, we're not talking 5 stars or anything, because it's that kind of, well, this is the third book and we're now only at what I call first book territory, in the sense of this was my expectation for the first book. We're talking 3.5. I don't know, depends how it ends. This could earn a 4. This could earn 4 stars. I think the problem is my rating is going to be affected by just how shook I am by how good it's been, whereas rational me is like, nah, it's a 3.5. Like, it's good, but I'm not that good. By now I should be like either crying or screaming. I have my odd moments when I'm sat there going, oh, okay. I have my little moments, but I mean, yeah, I think excitable and, you know, ratings don't matter me is, oh yeah, like 5 stars, like, yes, you brought it, girl, you brought it. However, I have to go with this, like, as a thinky person and as a rational and sane person, this book is like a 3.5. I mean, I don't know how it could end for me to give it like 4. I think also because I know so little, like the fact I didn't know that you could read them as 2 trilogies, I don't know. I had assumed that the next 3 books would be connected to the Valentine story, to the Mortal Instruments. However, I'm now thinking, well, maybe this is going to be a complete wind down, and in that case this could be really rushed, so it could just be 3, because I might just be like, no, it just car crashed. So we will see. I think, yeah, because I don't really know what to expect with the next 3, and I don't know if I should ask Beth or not. All in all, like, I'm loving this right now, so I will finish this in, I want to say, next week's weekly reading vlog. I don't really know what I'm gonna do video wise. We'll just see, but either way a review will come of this, because I gotta talk spoilers. So that is it for this week's weekly reading vlog. I don't really know what will happen next week, whether I'll be back to 2 or just what. We will see. If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button, and of course comment below. Tell me, have any of you returned to work yet? Are you still furloughed? Are you part-time furloughing? Have you gotten the call from on high? And if you have, how has it been? It's definitely been a lot different. Attitudes of the public have changed. Apparently we get told we're allowed to go shopping, and people go shopping and they go hard. Yeah, I think people are responding too stupidly, enthusiastically, dumbly. I don't know. I just think they're being too, whoa, we can go shopping, and it's like, whoa, death is still lurking behind you. And if you're new and you want to become a subscriber, then hit that button, and of course ding the bell to never miss a video. I will see you at some point in the coming week. Who knows when, but I'll be here at some point.